Greetings to all my friends and welcome to Astro Transit Software. Today we will be discussing that how to predict marriage as per the Bhaskaran rule. Bhaskaran Paddhati, Kaspal interlink analysis, we will try to understand and try to put it on a horary chart. The date on which the timing was given was 25th of January 2017, 12:30 p.m. and the horary number which was given was 157. As per the KB rule, for predicting marriage, we need to see firstly the seventh sublot, and this seventh sublot should signify 5, 7, and 11 to have the marriage. So the promise of the marriage gets inculcated on the basis of 5, 7, 11. So we will firstly draw the horary chart. So here this chart comes. You can see here that we will straight away go to the KB principle, where your seventh sublord is Jupiter. If you see here, the seventh sublord is Jupiter, and this Jupiter is in the star of Mars and is in the sub of Saturn. So therefore, and this Mars is signifying 5 and 11. You can see here this Mars is signifying 5 and 11, and hence it is automatically detected that marriage is actually promised, because Mars is the sublord of 5 and 11. If you see here, seventh sub is Jupiter. Jupiter is in a star of Mars, here Mars, and Mars is the sublord of 5 and 11. So our condition of 5 and 11 as per the Bhaskaran Paddhati gets satisfied. That is what is the rule. KB marriage 5, 7 and 11, 7th sublord should signify. So now let us go to the basic KB significators so as to select the strong significators for marriage. So we will firstly click the Kaspal interlink. So here it comes, the Kaspal interlink. We will straight away go to the significators. You can see here the fifth. We have to take the selection for 5th, 7th, and 11th. So the software automatically highlights all these significators. You can see here the 5th is there. The 5th is there, the 7th is there, and the 11th is there. In the 5th, you will see that your significators are Jupiter, Sun, and Mercury. In the 7th, it is Venus. And in the 11th, again, it is Jupiter, Sun, and Mercury. Okay. So now we have the final significators as Jupiter, Sun, Mercury, Venus, and Saturn. So you have 5 major significators: Jupiter, Sun, Mercury, Venus, Saturn. Software automatically takes the final significators. I have also included the sublord, right? So you may include, the software has the facility, you may include, you may not include. So if I click it, If I click it, so you do not get the sublord, but if you want to include, just click this particular template, you will get the Saturn as the sublord. Now in this, we will try to find out the pure significators, right? If we see sun, so let's come here. If we see sun, so sun is Sun's sublord is Mars. Sun's sublord is Mars, and Sun's sublord is Mars, which is indicating 5 and 11, and therefore it is a strong significator. Similarly, if we see Mercury, again the sublord, its sublord is Mars, again it is a strong significator, 5 and 11. Whereas if we see Jupiter is actually with the sublord Saturn, which is signifying 4 and 10. So therefore 4 and 10 is actually in opposite as compared to 5 and 11. So we will remove Jupiter from here. Similarly, if we see Venus is in the sub of its own, that is Venus. So 2 is actually neutral. So we can have last thing Saturn. Saturn is in its own sub 4 and 10. Again, it is not a pure significator. So now we will have the significators as only Sun. Then second one is your Mercury. Then the third one is your Venus. So Sun, Mercury, and Venus should give the marriage to this particular Jataka. So now what we will do, we will take up the Dasha. Right now the main Dasha, let's go back and see what is the Dasha going on for this particular person. So let's go here and see the Vimshotri Dasha. Under the DBS significator, you will find that at the time of Prashna, it was the Ketu Dasha. Okay. So if we see the Ketu Dasha, under KB, you will find that the Ketu is actually signifying 4 and 10. Ketu is in sub of Saturn, and Saturn is actually signifying 4 and 10. So that means what? Ketu actually does not have a good potential, as a Dasha does not have a good potential to give the marriage. So then we will take up straight away Venus. Venus, if we see, Venus is our pure significator. Okay. We had already selected Sun, Mercury, and Venus as our pure significator. So we will take up all of these. So Venus is our pure significator. So actually Dasha, here the Dasha has the potential to give you the marriage to this particular Jataka, because Venus is signifying 7 also, right? So we will take up the Venus, and then we see that we have under Venus all these sub-periods: Venus, Sun, Moon, Mars, Rahu, Jupiter, Saturn, Mercury, Ketu. And in that, our fruitful significator is firstly Sun. Okay. So Sun is our significator, but in this, the marriage does not happens actually in the Hindus. So we will go till 11th November 2018, where Mars is there, but Mars is not our significator. Then we will take up Rahu. Rahu is also not the significator, but Jupiter is our significator, and Jupiter, we will see that Jupiter is actually signifying 5 and 11. So we will take up Jupiter. Jupiter may be one proximity of the chances that the marriage can happen. So now we will see under this from 28th 11 2018 to 28/12 2018, when the Dasha Lord is actually coming under the star of Jupiter. So let us see that. We will firstly go to the transit. We will straight away take up the transit. Now you see here under the transit, we can have from, let us say, we take the time period from 2012 2018 to 25, or let us say 29/12/2018, and this KB marriage is already we have put up. We will take up the KB significators here. By default, the software has KP. You can select for KB. You can also select for Nadi, but I am taking KB significator, and we take it to show the window. So it gives you all the analysis where you can see on every Dasha, Bhukti, Antara, Sukshma, what are the houses which are active. So if we see in the case of 22nd, let us see the case of 22nd, you will find that Dasha, Bhukti, Sukshma. Dasha is showing 5/7/11. Bhukti is showing 5/7/11. Antara is showing 5/7/11. And if we go further, you will find that we can zero down this to our analysis, and let us see further that we have a Jupiter. If you remember, I had shown you that Jupiter Sukshma will be from 16th 12 to 25th of December, where there are high chances of getting this Jataka married. So let us see whether the Dasha Lord is going in the star of the Jupiter. That may be the you can say the much better period, fruitful period, where this person can get married. So let us see this. So now what we will do, we will try to find out that when the Dasha Lord is actually going into the Jupiter star sign or sublord. Okay, we have taken the KB significator. Please remember that. We have taken the KB significator. We have taken the date from 20th December to 29th of December 2018. And then we will update it by selecting the planet of Jupiter only. So let us see the Jupiter. We are taking sign lord, star lord, sublord, any of them it will highlight. So this has highlighted on 22nd. Let us see now this. See this. You will get the total transit here. Now see, Jupiter, Venus Dasha Lord is going into Jupiter star and Jupiter sub. Okay. Bhukti Lord is going into the Jupiter star and Jupiter sub. And your Antara Lord is again going in Jupiter star and Jupiter sub. Okay. So this may be the period. Even here on 23rd, if you see, on 23rd also there are chances that you have a good opportunity of marriage, 22nd and 23rd. In the 23rd also you will see that Dasha Lord, Bhukti Lord, Antara Lord, Sukshma Lord, that means up to Antara Lord, both DBA, they are going in the star of Jupiter, right? And sub of Jupiter. Okay. Now let us zero down out of these two, which one is more better and where you have more chances. So what I will do, I will see the moon transit in this and see where the moon is actually moving. So if we see moon on 23rd and 22nd, your 22nd, your Dasha, Bhukti and Antara is Venus. Okay. So we go here on 22nd, the Sukshma is Rahu. So if we go on 22nd, you will find that 22nd and 23rd, 22nd and 23rd, the moon is going into Mercury, Mars and Sun, and on 23rd it is going in Mercury, Rahu and Mars. And our strong fruitful significators are Sun, Mercury and Venus. So therefore, if we zero down, the Jataka can get married in here on 22nd. Why? Because Mercury is our strong significator and Sun is our strong significator, which we have already seen. Mercury and Sun. But here on 23rd there is no Sun, but on 22nd you have Sun, which is a very strong significator, and it is a sub, it is actually promising, and Mercury also it is in the sign. So Mercury and Sun will actually give you the marriage. So that's how you can predict for marriage on the basis of your Kaspal interlink of Bhaskaran Paddhati, right? And you can like my channel so that you get updated with all the future videos which are coming in. So I will be making the videos on KB astrology, KP astrology and Nadi astrology slowly. Thank you very much.